Today I've got some Entertainment Earth mail that I'm going to get opened up real quick. I think it's crazy that they keep sending me these single boxes, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. My name is Wayne, and this is Wayneko. Like I said, I'm going to get some Entertainment Earth mail opened up. I don't know why they keep sending me these little bitty boxes. I know what's in this little bitty box, but it doesn't make much sense to me. So if I order 5 things and they only charge me shipping once for those 5 things, and then they send me each 5 thing in an individual box, it only holds to logic that they're losing money on shipping by shipping 5 individual boxes. Look, I don't know. I'm just logically, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sure that they have a plan. This thing's pretty cool. This is not, however, for me. I actually ordered this for one of my friends, so I'm going to get it open. We're going to unbox it, and we're just not going to tell him we unboxed it. It is going to be the Iron Man Wood edition, is what I want to say. It is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. This thing is pretty hot, too. I'm not going to lie. So he is number 674 out of the group. This is the first Entertainment Earth exclusive I've actually had it in my hand. The box on this guy looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks just like every other Marvel Avenger box that I can think of, except it has him on here in like this wood grain style. He looks really cool. So today I'm going to do something a little different that I don't normally do. I've got this other thing that I'm going to open up, and I'm not really going to tell y'all what it is right now. We're going to wait and see what this is here in a minute. The box came in really good shape. I mean, I can't complain about the box at all. This is just a really awesome pop, and Justin's going to be super excited that I've got this thing open so that he can finally claim his wooden Iron Man, because he's just a huge Iron Man fan. I give him much credit in that. I'm a huge Deadpool fan, so I understand. This guy looks really cool, though. They did a really good job with this wood grain. Let's take a closer look at him. This is a pretty awesome pop, and I don't necessarily know if the camera is picking up all the detail and the nuances in that wood grain. I'm kind of getting a good look at it. This is the first wood grain pop that I've seen them do. The wood grain on it is, I'm trying to think of how I say this in a nice way. The wood grain on it is very elementary. I mean, it's a very elementary way of doing a wood grain. And what they do is, and I'm going to tell y'all, it started off as this lighter brown that you see, and then you take a sponge with a little bit of black on the sponge, and you just dip a little corner of the sponge in this different color, and you don't want to do a whole lot, and you want to make sure your sponge is wet, and you wipe your sponge across whatever it is you're trying to get that wood grain, and that's how you get that finished effect, which is a really cool effect that I just taught you guys. So remember, if you ever just decide you're going to do wood grain, come back to this video, and that's how you paint wood grain. And it takes a little bit more time and talent than that. I mean, you can add knots and all kind of things, and that's what I mean when I say elementary. I don't see any knots. It's just very like you took it, you stroked it straight down, and they were done. But this is still a really cool Iron Man. I mean, don't get that mistaken. This is still a really cool pop. It's just the paint job on it is very elementary. I think they could have done a little bit more with the wood to make it looks like wood grain. I know upon looking at it that it's wood grain, but I think they could have did a little bit more, right? They could have did some knots in it. They could have gave it a little bit more character of some wood grain. And I almost want to grab my airbrush and start like putting the wood grain in here all on my own. And how about you throw a comment down below and tell me if you'd like to see some custom wood grain pops done by me, because look, the wood grain is actually a lot of fun to paint. So I'm truly surprised that they didn't have more fun with this than they did, because you could have had so much much fun with making this guy. He did not come with a stand though, so that's a good thing. Everything on him looks right. I mean, but there wasn't a whole lot that they could mess up, right? So I said a minute ago that I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to show y'all something a little different, and then you'll also have to throw me a comment down below and tell me what you think about this, right? I picked up the My Little Pony crossover collection Transformer, which we all know that this is Optimus Prime, right? This may become a new collection for me. These things are pretty hot. I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I seen it sitting on the shelf, it was kind of hard for me to walk past it and not grab it. Now, they had this one, and they had a Power Ranger sitting there. Now, they do tape this box. It is the same price as a Pop, which is crazy enough, because I actually think that it may be a little bigger than a Pop, but I'm going to keep this Pop out so that we have something to compare them to, right? So we'll be able to look at this one and look at that one and decide if they're the same size in comparison. But like I said, I kind of believe that this one is a little bigger than that, and I'm going to get this box in a little closer so that we can get a better look at it. But they've actually got on this box printed the background, so it's not like on the Funko box where it slides in and out. No, it's physically printed in there, so it's not going to slide in and out. You're not going to lose it. The box itself is really cool. Now, I was kind of hoping on the back of this box that they were going to have a story back there of maybe how the pony became like a Transformer pony, but they didn't have anything like that. That's just a whole lot of warning labels back there, which seems crazy to me that they now have to put that many warning labels on the back of a box. Like, we're not smart enough to decide that you can't eat this thing, right? Well, I mean, I guess you could eat it if you were truly hungry, but they've got on the back of the box that it's not advised, so I probably wouldn't advise that you eat it. They've got this thing, looks like they tied him in the back here. He's not twisted, so it looks like they just used a little piece of cord and then tied him back there as a keep you from stealing it prevention. I mean, we all know what that's for, right? This thing is really cool. Let's take a closer look at it. Look, I get it. I know what you're saying. It's My Little Pony. I understand. I truly do. But this is an Optimus Prime My Little Pony. This thing is pretty hot. Now, I hate to say this, I will collect all of them. Its tail does move. I don't necessarily know why the tail moves on it. I guess that at the end of the day, this is still considered a toy, maybe not so much a collectible. The paint job on this is done really, really, really well. I don't see any like imperfections in here or around there. But look, I'm going to like be totally honest with y'all. This is Hasbro, right? And Hasbro has lots of money, so I'm sure that a lot of this is stenciled out. It might even be done with a computer or maybe in a conveyor belt style, but it is done really well nonetheless. I do see a spot right here in the paint where it started to run, so that tells me that it was maybe too liquidy, or maybe they put on too much at one time, which could be very possible, right, when you're trying to put on this metallic style painting. But this thing is really cool, and I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to start collecting them. It does stand on its own. You can see it sitting beside the Iron Man, so it is clearly a little bigger than the Iron Man. It's a little longer than the Iron Man. I really like the box that this thing came in. I think the paint job on him is done really well. I think I might have honestly found something else that I'm going to start to collect other than Funkos, which is not that uncommon, right? We're forever finding other things that we're going to collect other than a Funko. I don't think that they make a whole lot of these guys. I really haven't done a whole lot of research on it to see how many different one of these let me see, they call this one the My Little Prime, the Transformer, the crossover collection. So like I said, I really haven't done any real investigating to see like the crossover collection and how many of these guys are out there. I know that my local GameStop had this one, and they had the Power Ranger. I think I said that a minute ago. So if you're interested in going and checking those out, I'm pretty sure that GameStop has those. I also know that GameStop is starting to carry Barbies, which to me seems a little weird, but some people would say a Funko was a little weird. So I guess it just all depends on how you sit down and look at that at the end of the day. Guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. There is no Wayneko crew without you, and I truly appreciate you watching. Until next time, have a good one.